We are live. Welcome back. Icon Hour. Another week for us to get together and just to discuss what it's like, the lessons we've learned, and the power we create from becoming female founders of our own businesses and of our own legacies. And I'm so excited to have you back here with me again this week. And this week, I'm really going to share something that's real and something that's raw, and that's something that's happening in real time. Because I love to say, I had a mentor once who said, you get paid to evolve. And it's nothing truer than that. You take the lessons and you evolve and you become the better version and you show your movement, your clients, your community that you lead the way. So, I'm really going to share about in one of my companies this week, we had a major leadership shift. And for me, it wasn't just about logistics of wrapping up things. It was about leading from intuition, right? Leading from love. And at the same time, holding firm boundaries. Because when we are playing in the business world, the boundaries are everything, baby. It's a lesson that I had to learn very early on as being an entrepreneur. The first official business that I had as an adult that was licensed as an LLC was a childcare, a daycare. And I didn't have boundaries with family that worked for me. And I found myself in a position of money missing, right? And it's because I just opened that trust to any and everybody. And I'm telling you this because sometimes it is family, right? So that's the dance that we play as women in business. It's like, can I hold the vision? Can I hold the honor? Can I hold what's in my heart and still run my empire like a CEO? This week really reminded me that the answer is a fucking resounding yes. Yes, we can do that, but only if you build your business on the right foundation. A lot of my background story and where I am today. You see me today. I'm from a flat in Barcelona. I'm getting ready to host an amazing, cool event tomorrow. What is today? Thursday? No, on Saturday. And we're hosting our first ever in person dinner party for female founders. And so the right foundation will have you being able to transition when things don't always go as planned or may shake up the parts that you're planning for if you have a strong foundation. So one of the lessons that this shift reminded me of is that when leadership changes, when people move in and out of your world, your business has to be able to still run. That is the first setup I want to highlight today, right? Is a scalable digital model. The way, and I am speaking to the real estate professionals that come to my page, the way that that business is set up is not that you start building a digital model from the game, like from the onset, from you coming in the industry. But what I've learned through the years is that you must have it in order for you to have a scalable way of deciding how your life runs, how your day runs, all of that. And what this scalable digital model is, it's when you take your expertise and you package it into something that sells while you're not in the room. And I'm telling you this because I'm experiencing this in real time. But because I have monthly recurring revenue and because I have my other businesses set up to be scalable, I can drop this dinner in a week and host it and be successful at running it because I have a scalable offer suite, a model, right? And so that can be a program, a course, or a membership. It becomes the backbone that continues even when team members change or need to step back, right? You still have stability. That's what gives women freedom. When my real estate team shifted this week, I wasn't panicked. I really got to sit in those emotions and be grateful because I have offers running online. It's not just about income, though. It's about insulation. It's about insulating yourself from the shrapnel, right? Because you can only control what you have in front of you and what you touch. The second lesson that I walked away with this week that I didn't really walk away with this week, I learned already, but came back up for me is the power of a hybrid model. There was a time where I only did real estate and that's all I did. We the whole gamut. You invest, you help clients, some people go into fix and flips, right? But that's not really a hybrid. All of that is affected by what is happening in the market, one specific market. So, a hybrid model. One of my other companies is built this way. It has a service side that brings consistent monthly revenue, and it has a coaching or mentorship side that creates bigger cash infusions. And this works because it gives stability and scalability. So, again, going back to taking your genius and diversifying. The service side is what I call the boundary. There's money coming in because you're exchanging your energy, your effort, your time for money, right? And you know how much is coming in based on that energy, that time, that effort. The coaching or the mentor side is the expansion. You get to lead from your genius zone and grow without having a cap to your income. Because as much as people, real estate agents, hype up specifically the amount of homes that they've closed, when you ask them, how much time did you spend at home though? Or how much time did you get with your family? Right? And this doesn't just go to realtors. This is for everyone in that industry, right? Your income is capped because you're only one person. You can structure a team and you can build it, but it is still capped because there is an exchange of time for money. It's capped. And this is how I've been able to this week lead with love and lead with boundaries because I know my structure is strong, babes. I don't have to lead from fear. I can make decisions that are intuitive and not reactive. And that is the most important part and where you need to be in your business. So here's a couple questions, I want to ask, and I really want you to reflect on. Is your business model strong enough to hold when life or leadership shifts? Will you make it through the tsunami or will you struggle? Or will you immediately be in the lifeboat cruising through, right? Or are you still building something that crumbles if one person exits? If you're there now, don't feel shame about this. This was recently as 2022 was my life. That is how I had built my company. And I scrapped the books on that in 2022 and started building each and every one of my companies very differently from this model that I teach and that I've talked about today. You don't overthink it, right? Many women start the hybrid. where they have both sides. Then they evolve into full scalability, where I am, right? Where you're able to lead, live, love, and keep it moving in any capacity. It's where my clients are. We have insulation around our businesses, our lives, our worlds. It's power in knowing where you are right now, right? So just know that. Icons, leadership shifts, team changes, boundaries, they're all part of this entrepreneurial journey. It's one of the topic discussions we're going to have this week at Icon Soiree. So if you're happen to watch this and you're in Barcelona over the weekend and you want to join us, just send me a DM on Instagram. There's a few seats left. And Icon Soiree is this female founders getting together, talking about these leadership shifts, exchanging info, and really helping each other expand in a beautiful setting. I'm in the flat currently. And so on my TikTok, I'll be giving a little tour of this, right? But freedom comes when your business model is strong, no matter who's in the room, your empire still stands. So if you're ready to build that kind of business, the one that scales without you burning out, the one that allows you to lead from love and still honor your boundaries, I'll have the product that we're mentioning linked below. It's Icon Era. So you can go check it out after this live, because this isn't just about business. This is about building a legacy that keeps moving, even when life does life, right? Because that's always going to be. And so I thank you for coming again this week to Icon Hour. It's always a pleasure to have you. We'll be here every single Thursday live, where I'll just be continuing to drop nuggets about business, about experiences, about leveling up, about scalability, about female power, about being in your authentic self and how that can transform your life. So I appreciate you all who showed up today and those who are going to watch on the repeat. Mwah. Have a beautiful day, friends.